What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another podcast video on October 25th, 2025, which we're going to be talking about the latest episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And man, what an episode it was. It seemed like this was the go-home show rather than next week will be for Crown Jewel. Like the way they booked things, like with the face-to-face between Gunther and then the number one contenders match, which it ended up into a title match afterwards. Which this is gonna be the first. Which I gave it the bonus best match of the night award. Like it's kind of like an honorary mention, but it's more better. Like it's just more extra, like an extra golden trophy award. Maybe it's actually a platinum. I'll say a platinum trophy. Like it's like silver, but it's like over the golden level. Yeah, it was like a platinum trophy of a bonus best match of the night award, like the main event match after the original main event number one contender match for the WWE. But yeah, and then I'll say and even though like I didn't agree with the second place spot best match of the night, like which was LA Knight versus LA Knight special guest referee for the Part 7 series of Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade, but it still was a pretty okay entertaining contest. Like even though I didn't agree with the finish. And then we had a very intriguing segment with Randy Orton calling out Kevin Owens and asking Triple H to book him in the match at Crown Jewel, but yeah, and also we got the face-to-face segment with what's his name, Gunther. We had a very I'll say decent women's match, like which is probably leading up into a tag team feud. Even though I'm thinking like, what about Nia Jax? Who she's gonna face next? It could be Charlotte. It could be Bianca. Well, I'm not sure at this time she'll face someone like the EST. Maybe it could be the Queen of Flares whenever she makes that return. But yeah, like SmackDown was nothing but must see and watchable angles, I guess you could say. Whether if they're matches or segments, but without any further delay, let's begin with the first one with Randy Orton coming straight into the ring through Gorilla and went right into the ring. He called out Kevin Owens. Then he asked Triple H to book this match because he said because he talked to Nick Aldis last week. With Nick Aldis said it's out of his control, and this is where Randy Orton then said, okay, I'm going to speak to the one that's above things around here, and there's none other than the chief content officer of WWE himself, and that is Mr. Paul Triple H Levesque. He came out here when Randy Orton asked him to, because that's in the rule book on page 1408 in the wrestling playbook, I guess you could say. Like when it comes to segments, this is where we got Triple H saying, like, now Randy. I know Randy Orton's like, please put this match between Kevin Owens and me. Like, you and I know it, and even these fans around the arena know it, Trips. Like, and this is where Triple H like, I'm not, like, and this is where then this is where Triple H was trying to take it back. He's like, now, like, I don't think I should give you this match, like, because there could be some consequences. Where Randy Orton thought he was protecting Kevin Owens, and this is where he started repeatedly telling him, like stop protecting Kevin Owens and give me this. This is where Triple H was like, Triple H was like, I'm not protecting Kevin Owens. Like, I'm just doing my job, and I think that, this is the most wise decision of not booking each other into a match. This is where Randy Orton's like, look, I see you have a soft spot with Kevin. Like, and I get it. Like, you used to be likable. Like he's very likable. Like I know you like the guy, and I like them have one hand. Like, and that's why I was in this alliance with him, like against the likes of the Bloodline and A-Town Down Under. This is where Triple H responded like, oh, Randy Orton's like, is this a minute, H? Like, you protecting Kevin Owens. This is where Triple H responds like, I'm not protecting. He's like, first of all, I'm not protecting Kevin Owens, and second of all, first of all, I'm not protecting Kevin Owens, and again, second of all, I'm not gonna book this match. Like, so I don't need to admit anything. This is where Randy Orton's like, oh yes, you are. Like, they're going back and forth a little bit with an argument, like, and And then I forget what Triple H said, some shot like to Randy Orton. I totally forgot what it was, like, which it had even Randy Orton start cracking up and breaking character, which I was like, oh, really? We're going to revisit this 20 long year feud, like since 2004 when he became World Heavyweight Champion, when he kicked him out of Evolution. But that's a different story for a different day. But this is where then we got Randy Orton this is where Triple H's like, the match's not going to happen. This is where Randy Orton was like, and it's because you're protecting Kevin Owens. And this is where Triple H then tried to keep denying that he is protecting Owens. This is where Triple H then told him, like, what's the real reason why he's not booking him in this match against the prize fighter. And that's because he's not protecting Kevin Owens for Randy. He's protecting Randy Orton. This is where Randy Orton's like, oh, yeah, but from what? And this is where I was like, yeah, like, that's true. Like, he faced them all, like, and he still is standing, like, to this day from the past 22 years of his career. But this is where Triple H made sense about why he did not he's not booking him in that match against him, fighting him, attacking him. That's where then he was like, but he's like, whatever. He's like whatever that intentions that he did to you guys or his actions, like, yeah, he did it because of our frustration, thinking that that you and Cody betrayed him, like, due to Cody aligning with Roman for temporarily, and also. And you were supporting him into that decision, like, and he thought he could trust you because he's like the other two friends that he ever had next to Sami Zayn, of course. This is where then Kevin was like, yeah, like it. Like, in his mind, you guys went, like, you were first time ever turn on him, and like, and this is where he let him know this was his mind, not his. This is where Triple H was like, yeah, like, and take this with all due respect when he started making sense about his back injuries from like a year and 6 months back last year, like when he made his return then. And this is where then he was like, yeah, you just turned back from an injury after 18 months on the shelf in the injury shelf. This is where Triple H like you didn't tell your ACL, you didn't pull your shoulder out, which I believe that's a reference from his last injuries, like in his time in WWE. But this is where he's like, he's been but he said, like, this is worse than those injuries combined that you can ever possibly could sustain, because you got bull rods installed into your back. Like, you told, and the doctors told you that you were never going to, but yet here you are, still, you just got your back right on track. And this was like, and buddy, like, I just don't want to see you back in the exact same show. This is where Randy was like, no, listen, like listen to me, Hunter. And this is where Triple H like, no, like, listen to me for a second, like maybe, like if you're. That's where then he was like, yeah, like, and I don't want to see you back on that exact same shelf again, like, because, like, if you're not careful, you could be back there permanently, and you're gonna have to retire, like, for your over 22-year career. And this is where, like, Randy Orton responds to like no, like, and this is where he's insisting to do this and be optimistic about Triple H's warning. This is where then he said, like I still want the match, and again, I know that you can do this. Like, and I want that old Triple H, not the calm, peaceful, peacemaking Paul Levesque, like, executive, like in executive and chief content officer. I want the cerebral assassin, the man that broke my door down and broke in my house, threw me into my living room window and outside, beating the hell out of me. Like, that time, Triple H back 50. And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is like, wow, he's bringing up stuff from 15 years ago from their second rivalry that they had. Like, back in their second rivalry, but in the early PG era days. Like I remember watching that live with my brother, and that's when my brother was a hardcore Randy Orton fan at the time. But anyways, this is where we got yeah, and I was like, yeah, this is bringing up stuff like this is very intriguing to hear. But at the same time, like, yeah, it seemed like they won't be having another dream match due to Triple H being retired, and he's the CCO of WWE. So that's regardless, not going to be happening soon. But this is where Randy Orton continues like if you were in my shoes, Hunter, you like this is where it's like, and you would have done what you would be doing what exactly what I'm doing right now. Like we were all like always done, and that was handling our business ever since we knew each other in WWE, like the best way we know how, and that is in this very ring. And I was like, yeah, it's true. Like, just look at their track records. Like, even when Randy Orton very first came to WWE, when he was in the Evolution stable, along with Triple H and Ric Flair and Batista. But anyways, yeah, this is where the Triple H was convinced. He was like, okay, like, if you insist having this match, like I hope to God that you don't know what you're asking for. Like, and if you want Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel this November, and this is where Randy Orton's like, you damn right I won. And this is where Triple H's like, well, you got it. And this is where the Randy Orton's like, I like the sound of that. This is where Randy Orton's like, and also, like, from this moment forward, I would suggest you to protect yourself at all times and prevent Owens from hitting you in the weak spots. And this is where I was like, yeah, like that's why I was. And this is where I would start agreeing with Triple H. I was like, yeah, like, because you don't know what's in the evil intentions that Kevin Owens has. But yeah, I totally forgot that the way he came out to the ring, like, the way he came out into the ring, like they made it extra realistic by showing him on the screen on the gorilla set, and it's like if he was his version of Tony Khan or Anthony Khan, I should say, over at the other company. But yeah, like the way he did that, like that looked pretty funny. Like and so like what totally good. Like it was kind of similar when Seth Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam, like I predicted it to be. But I thought it was gonna end up like with Andrade and LA Knight falling out. But let's say it was the least expected, and I didn't mean that in a good way. We're talking about Andrade taking on Carmelo Hayes with them holding on to each other. LA Knight, the referee, you better stop, or will be consequences, which they did listen to him, like, amazingly. This is where Andrade insanely hit this dangerous Canadian destroyer, which I was surprised that Carmelo Hayes' neck was still in place. This is where he'd send him right to the upper right. This is where LA was like, what the freak did you just do? But this is where he actually Boots, what's his name? LA Knight. Oh, I totally forgot. Right before they were doing those submission holds on to each other, grappling submission. Like we got Andrade just quickly just did the shrug emoji and hit a boot disguised elbow strike right into the face maneuver on Carmelo Hayes, which only got him a 2.8 count. But back to the matches where we got once he stopped himself from hitting LA Knight, he's like, well, that was a close one. LA Knight's like, yeah, you were about to automatically get yourself disqualified along with a blunt trauma like in your direction. But this is where we got Carmelo Hayes like over super kick right onto Andrade, but he ducks out of the way, accidentally hitting LA Knight, or did he accidentally kick Knight? But this is where we got Carmelo Hayes. Then got hit with an elbow strike by Andrade. This is where he didn't hit the Three Amigos. Well, he got the 1 and the 2, but unfortunately, like unlike Dirty Dom and the other wrestler that used to wrestle in WWE now on AEW, that's a massive fan of the Latino Heat, which I'm not. That's it. The other company, yeah. Like I mean, like the other wrestler that's now in another company, like they used to wrestle in WWE, like. Which they're a complete Latino Heat fan, but this is where we got like over a third amigo. But the sad thing that Andrade cannot do like Dirty Dom and that wrestler and Eddie Guerrero couldn't get the three amigo. This is where Carmelo Hayes had the second finishing maneuver, that suplex jiggy. But this is where he tried to go for a pin, but no, LA Knight was nowhere to be found. This is where referee was count. I mean, this is where the fans start chanting 1, 2, 3, 4 until 5, and this is where LA Knight got back up, drags what's his name, Carmelo Hayes out of the ring. This is where he hits him face first, right on the what's his name, on the announce table. This is where Andrade was like, yo, what that all for? Like, I could have taken care of him. This is where LA Knight, I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to help you out. I'm gonna say he was actually helping him out, but he was like, look, I'm just here to do my job because he hit me. That should give me a right to hit him right back. That's self-defense.